Okay, so it seems like this video is just going to be in two pieces. Sorry, nothing is going right here today. It must be Friday. Let's go back to what we were doing. My apologies. And now we're converting that one, so we'll put that down there. Okay, so this is where we were. So now we have 2 to the 3rd, 5 to the 11th, and 11 to the 10th. That's all this is, okay? I'm not sure if when you see the exponents it's kind of freaking you out, but you gotta try it, man, okay? Least common multiple, greatest common factor, another place where it just like either you tried or you just threw a number on the page. And that's, you know, it doesn't make sense that the least common multiple and the greatest common factor would be the same number. So remember when we're talking about multiple, we're talking about number larger than them. So one of the ways to do this is to find the prime factors of each. So let's do 108. I could think of as 54 and 2. I can think of that as 9 and 5. And that's 3 and 3. So it would be 2 times 3 squared times 5. Okay, great. Oh, 9 and 6. My brain was like, wait, that's not right. 9 and 6, 2 and 3. Couldn't figure out why there was a 5 there. So I have 2 squared times 3 cubed. For 72, it would be what, 9 and 8, so 3 and 3, and 2 and 4, so 2 and 2. That would be 2 cubed times 3 squared. Greatest common factor, or sorry, least common multiple is the most of each factor that they each have. So in this case, this guy's got 3 3s, they both have 3s, so I'm going to use 3 cubed. This guy has 2 cubed, so I'm going to use 2 cubed because they both have 2s. 3 cubed is 27, 2 cubed is is 8. I'm going to go 27 times 8 is 216. That is the least common multiple. Greatest common divisor is the same process, but what you do for greatest common divisor, and I'll do this in green, is use the least of what they both share. So in this case, 2 squared and 3 squared. 2 squared is 4 times 3 squared is 9 is 36. So the least common factor here, or least common multiple is 216. Greatest common factor is 36. Technology is killing me. All right. The next thing we need to do is also pretty quick, as long as this is taking, is number 19. List all of the possible single digits to fill in the blank. So I have this number, 18121 blank 6. I want this number when I'm done to be divisible by 3. Okay? So I need to be able to put something in that blank that makes the whole thing divisible by 3. All right, I'm gonna move that for now. When I do that, what I'm looking for is whatever I put in. When something's divisible by 3, the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, which is why I think the issue is with 3 and with 6 that you're having a hard time with. So I'm going to add 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 1 is 10, plus 2 is 12, plus 1 more is 13, plus 6 is 19, right? So I add them all up. I get a sum of 19. So I need to think of things that are divisible by 3 that are bigger than 19. So like one of the things would be 21. Well, to get from 19 to 21, I would add 2. So if I were to put a 2 in this blank, the number would be divisible by 3. So one of the answers here was 2. The next thing that would be divisible by 3 after 21 is 24. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, I could put a 5 in there, and it would be divisible by 3. Okay, so then what's the next thing? The next thing would be 24, 25, 26, 27, plus 3 more. The next number would be 8. Okay, and after that, I'm out of digits because using a 9 is going to get me a number that's not divisible by 3. This is how you do this. Okay, but you have to know the rule to divide by that number, or else you're toast. Number 21, a lot of you started right. And if you started right, you got partial credit. When it says the greatest common divisor of 2 numbers is 12 and their least common multiple is 340. One of the numbers is 16, find the other. The formula here for this is that greatest common divisor times least common multiple equals one number times the other. So I know that 12 times 340 equals 16 times something. And then you solve that. All right, the Venn diagrams, absolutely killing us. Let's talk. So I have all of this information about these students in this Venn diagram. So I'm going to make my circles, and you're going to see what's going wrong here right away. Okay, I always start at the bottom. So we draw our square. 31 owned nothing. Okay, great. Go backwards. The next thing it says is that 14 kids owned a car, a bicycle, and an alternate form of transportation. That goes in the circle in the center. All of you did that right. What happens next is where it went wrong. So 68 kids owned a bicycle and an alternative form of transportation. The crossover between bicycle and alternative is this entire space here in blue. 68 kids fit in that space. There are already 14 in there. So this space is 68 minus 14. 68 minus 14 is 74. Oh, it's 54. Oh my goodness. Sorry, if I use the eraser though, it's gonna erase all things. 54. Okay, you have to do the subtraction. 109 owned a car and an alternate form of transportation. That 109 is made up of this whole green circle, which is made up of 109 total. There's already 14 in there. So 109 minus 14 should be 95. Okay. And then to get this other circle, it says 217 owned a car and a bicycle. Out of that 217, I already have 14 included. So this has got to be 203. The same thing happens when I do the next step. So 187 owned an alternate form of transportation. 187. But here's the thing. Out of that 187, I have everybody that's in this whole circle already. So I have to take that 187 and subtract away 95, subtract away 14, and subtract away 54 because I already counted them. Okay, so 187 minus all of that is 24. To get what's in the 303 owned a bicycle, make that red again. So to get that, I need to take 303 and subtract 203, 14, and 54. Okay, that gets me 32. And then to get the car over here, car says 415, but I have to take away the 95, the 14, and the 203. That is 103. Okay, here is where we are. That's the right Venn diagram. Now you can answer the questions. But this is an important thing to be able to do. All right, so watch the videos. Go back and redo sections where you know you are having trouble. You need to be able to do these from the final. And some of you are going to need the grade at this point. So please ask questions if you have it. Don't be silent. Please, 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 please don't leave stuff blank anymore. I love you guys. Don't do that. It makes me crazy. And if you need stuff, please reach out. Okay. I'm sorry this video is so broken. It's the best we have today. And I want you guys to have this sooner than later. Okay. All right. We will talk soon. Have a good weekend. Let me know what you need. Oh,